Never underestimate children with autism. How many fathers are here with us today? Oh, I see about half of us are fathers. When my son was born, I was so excited. I counted his fingers, his eyes, his ears. I checked him out, make sure everything was okay. And everything was great. Or so it seemed. According to the Center of Disease and Control and Prevention, autism is defined as a developmental disability that can cause significant social, communication, and behavioral challenges. As the months passed by, we noticed that our son, Aaron, was not speaking. My child was 4 years old and still not holding any fluent conversation. We noticed that at times he would get very frustrated and would bang his head on the wall. And there was many behavioral tendencies that he had which caused us to be greatly concerned. As a result, we took him to the neurologist. The neurologist took my child, did a little brain scan on him, ran a little test, and then he came back. The words that the neurologist had to say for me, I wasn't quite prepared to handle. He told me that my son had autism. When I first heard those words, I was completely speechless, very scared, and felt unprepared to deal with the issue. Misconceptions flooded my mind. I began to think that perhaps my son wouldn't live a normal life. Perhaps he wouldn't be able to play with his siblings. Perhaps he would not learn things in school. Perhaps he would need professional care 24/7. Perhaps he would never speak. All of these misconceptions just flooded my mind and I didn't know what to do at that point. I began to question why this was happening to my son. I said, this isn't fair. He did nothing to deserve this. My innocent son. How many of us in this room know that life can be unfair at times? If I could have chosen a different path for my son, I would have chosen it. As a parent, it's my responsibility to make sure he has the support that he needs. That includes taking him to occupational, speech, and behavioral therapy on a regular basis so he can get his needs met. One day, I picked my son up from daycare, and the daycare specialist started to speak to me in French Creole. And I was a little surprised because she's seen me before and she knows I speak English. So I was wondering why she thought I was Haitian. What she told me next really surprised me. She told me that the reason she thought I was Haitian was because my son Aaron had spoken to her in Creole. Here I was, really afraid, really confused, really concerned that my son wasn't learning English. And all of these years he was learning 2 languages. And I didn't even think he had the ability to learn 1 language. I was absolutely amazed at that ability. And as a matter of fact, her saying that to me was very, very comforting, very reassuring, because I was confident that eventually he should learn English. There was a period of time when my son Aaron began to regress. Like, he made progress and then he went backwards. And he started to have behavior that was reminiscent of his younger years. And of course I was very concerned of this type of relapse. So we took him to a medical provider. When we went in the door, we were greeted by an amazing doctor. This doctor connected with my son like no other doctor that I've seen before. I mean, he had my son's attention, he played with him, he laughed with him. He was really into my son was really into him. And I kept thinking, why is this doctor's amazing? He's a great doctor, he's great with kids, he's great with me. He explains everything that's going on. I think he's great. I mean, I wonder why he is so good. What makes him so special? And then I found out what made him special. That doctor also had autism. He told me. I was very impressed with his skills as a doctor. And it goes to show that regardless of your disabilities, you can still excel. You can still live a great life, regardless of that, or regardless of a disability that someone may have diagnosed you with. In closing, I just want to mention to you that it's been 4 years since the diagnosis, and I'm here to tell you that all of my misconceptions have been shattered. My son is now speaking fluently. I remember when he started speaking, he'll say names of food, maybe because he enjoys eating. So he would say donut, he'll say ice cream, he'll say hamburger, all the junky foods, and have me thinking to myself, when is he going to say something healthy like Brussels sprouts, salad, carrots, something good? I mean, it's not good that he's only saying unhealthy stuff. But to my surprise, he started saying those foods as well. So his vocabulary has excelled. He is now learning how to read. He's learning how to write. He's interacting with other children. It is great. He knows how to swim now. The way he lives and the way he is now, it far exceeds what I ever thought he would be, or become, should I say. We must never underestimate any person with autism, who they may become in the future. We really don't know. Parents, now is the time not to give up on our children. We must love, support them, and help cultivate the gift that's inside of them, regardless of their disabilities. Remember, inside each child, there lies a seed of greatness.